brothers and sisters, in the first reading today, we have heard that through one man sin entered the world, and through sin death, and through one man salvation is gotten. Through one man, what does that mean? If we think about one, the number one can have a few interpretations. In terms of ranking and position, to be number one, to be number one means to be at the top and the first, right? But in terms of quantity, then number one is the least and smallest. Through the number one is the lowest in terms of quantity. It does not necessarily mean that its effects or influence can be ignored or discounted. As it is, one little light can dispel the darkness, and one small spark can set a whole forest on fire. Through one man, the evil entered the world, and through one man, salvation came to each one of us. The first reading says that sin entered the world through one man, and through sin, death. And thus, death has spread through the whole human race because everyone has sinned. That was the devastating power of sin of just one man. And if the whole human race have sinned, the devastation can be difficult to comprehend. But just as the effects of the sin of one man can have devastating consequences, the good act of one man brings everyone life and makes them justified. My dear brothers and sisters, don't think that you are the only one in your family who is practicing religion or your faith. God can use you and then change the whole world. Jesus came as one man, but salvation has gone across the globe. That one man is Jesus Christ, who made the sacrifice on the cross, and in doing so achieved our salvation. And united with Christ Jesus, we are never alone, or just being the only one facing the troubles and evils of life. Jesus is walking with each one of us. Therefore, you are not alone. When we unite ourselves with the sacrifice of Jesus on the cross, then the number one can make a whole big difference. Do you know, and have you ever thought that you as an individual can make a difference in the world? Think about it. Don't sit, but act. Be number one to change your family through prayers, through interceding, through talking to them. Be number one to change the world.
Thank you for joining us for this celebration of the Mass. This virtual Mass is broadcast to hundreds of people every day of the week. You know, over 100 years ago, the very first celebrations of the Mass took place on the second floor of the Glenview Public House. It's been inconceivable that 100 years later we would be reaching so many people all over the world through this technology. If you'd like to support the ongoing broadcasts of OLPH's Masses, please go to our website, go to Give Central, and you'll be able to support the ongoing outreach of this virtual ministry. Thank you for your support. Most of all, thank you for joining us in prayer. God bless you.